Hey guys, before we start this video, I'm gonna add this disclaimer really quick because I forgot to mention this disclaimer. Full information. 2 or 3 months ago, I emailed this channel through a phone number I got through a common friend because we do a lot of collabs with other big YouTube channels, and this is a Spanish-speaking channel. And I asked them if they wanted to do something together because Storage Wars is huge in all the Spanish community in all the Latin American countries. And I said, he has a big channel, let's do something together. He never replied. So I'm just saying that because if somebody says, oh, you're just doing this video because you were upset he didn't reply, just pure coincidence, actually. So that's the disclosure. Also, a third disclosure, a third party, when I did the original video, they had me emailed me and said, hey, look, maybe I can work something out with the channel. Maybe you don't expose what the channel's name was, and maybe you can do a collab with the channel and pick up 15, 20, 30,000 viewers. And, you know, even though that was tempting, I'm like, my morals are not worth that. You know, we had 80,000 subscribers right now. And, you know, that would be 20% subscriber increase, but I don't agree with that, and I did hard thinking. I mean, I was never going to do that anyway, but I was doing a lot of thinking and talking to my lawyers about if I want to do an expose, and we decided to do it because people that screw people, they need to know when they do that stuff, it could really backfire. So that's the disclaimer. Let's get into the video. Hey guys, Renee from Bargain Hunter Thrifts here. Oh, wait a second. You know what? Nobody else is here. I'm going to be safe. Renee from Bargain Hunter Thrifts here. This is the expose edition. You guys been waiting for a week. Well, happy 4th of July. Hope everybody's having a safe, fun barbecue day. And yeah, we're going to talk about the $4,000 setup unit. I've been spending a lot of time thinking about it, so we'll get into it in just a second here. But before we get started, I'm trying to do stuff where I pay it forward. Check out these masks, Bargain Hunters. And also check these. They're a little bit harder for the video. These actually fit me a little bit better. Oops, so you kind of see it on the side right here, Bargain Hunters. I always want to showcase different businesses, and this is called Chaz Sportswear. You guys see them, we have them on our shirts too and stuff like this. Here's the contact information. You can, oops, we need to go into diet. Here's the contact information. You guys can contact them. They're not paying me for this. They're just really, really good people. They offer good service at a good price. I've been using them for years. They don't even know that I'm putting them on the video, but I ordered some of this stuff. And yeah, if you guys need some face masks, they have them for like, if you want your company logo printed on there, it's $5.95 printed with no setup fee if you buy 150 pieces. If not, then there's like a setup fee. But anyway, you guys can call them, check them out. They do t-shirts, embroidery, super fast service, super nice people. So that's my way of paying it forward. Now, we're going to talk about the expose unit. Guys, I've been thinking a lot about this unit, and, you know, if I want to expose the YouTube channel that basically I feel is associated with the scam, I talked to my lawyers. And we're not saying that that YouTube channel did it in particular, but we're going to show you what YouTube channel we saw the stuff on in a little while. I've been going back and forth, you know, I don't like drama, I don't like the negativity, I try to concentrate more on positive stuff. But at the same time, so I have a lot of people that send us messages. And you know what? Like, I always complain about haters sometimes. But we have like 99.9% positive people sending positive stuff. But sometimes people do say stupid stuff. So we address that stuff so people know and they can learn. And hopefully they don't say stupid stuff anymore. Also, I was calling my friends. You guys know Jeremy Hales at What the Hales and Justin Grimes at Grimes Fans. I was talking to those guys too. I mean, we talk a lot of YouTube stuff and business stuff sometimes. And, you know, they were thinking, we were talking about it, well, should I expose this? Shouldn't I expose it? But the reason I'm doing this video and putting it out there, I'm going to show you guys what happened. And it's also important for other people that kind of do screwy things like that, managers and stuff like this, that they kind of know that there's people out there watching. And if you do stuff like this, it can have some major consequences. Also, later on at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you guys a story where somebody just recently spent $7,000 in a unit, and it was a complete setup unit, and he actually got the police department involved. He got like all kinds of stuff involved, and it actually, the outcome is really, really surprising, so you guys want to stay to that. That's like the first I've ever heard one of these. Okay, so this unit with this last video, the biggest misconception, a lot of people said, well, Renee, he was just going after you because you brag about money and he was trying to get you and he was targeting you. Guys, it wasn't an online auction website. Anybody could have bid, anybody could have seen. Actually, that thing was about 7.5 hours away from me, so it was unlikely that I would bid on a lot of that stuff because I'm just busy, and especially with everything that's going on. he got unlucky. So he wasn't targeting me specifically. He just tried to get the money. He got extremely unlucky because I got it. I put it on my social media and people contacted me right away. The truth of the matter is, anybody else getting it is they would have paid the $3,200 plus buyer's premium, so almost $4,000 plus the expenses. And whoever put the unit together, whoever's name it is, would have gotten the overage money, and it would have put $3,000 or so cash in the pocket and would have had the money, and everything is fine, and whoever bought it would have really got screwed. That's the reason we do the video. Like I said, I have a lot of people that watch the channel that are learning storage buying, to buy and sell. And I tell you guys all the time, the higher you pay, the higher the risk, obviously. If you want a guaranteed money, buy worker lockers. You can't really lose much on $25, $50, $100 units except for your time for your work. But as you get big in the business and you got a machine set up, you want to buy higher end units. Also, we take less of a risk because we can turn anything into a cash. So that's the biggest misconception. So they thought people was directly for me. Why is it bad in the hobby? So if somebody, okay, let's explain this first. The different types of units. So some people are saying, hey, Renee, you just cry. You just cry, Renee. Storage Wars, everything is fake. You guys use setup units. On Storage Wars, not once ever have we set up a unit, filmed a unit, and then just made it a make-believe unit. Never ever happened. So Storage Wars, and you can ask local people, and of course there's people in Kentucky or Michigan or Florida that never been on Storage Wars, never done anything, but they say, oh no, all this stuff is staged, it's not even real auctions. Very fake. And I even have behind the scenes footage from auctions on our channel, but we go to real auctions, we buy real storage units, we go through. The stuff that's enhanced on Storage Wars is probably some of the drama. Because in real life, if I don't like you, I just don't talk to you. Very simple. I don't want drama. I don't want to trash talk. Now, obviously, that's television. It's made for entertainment. So the feelings are there, but producers basically tell us, like, look, if you don't like this guy, if you just think that I don't like this guy, that's makes boring television. You need to verbalize it, and sometimes it goes over the top, So, but that's television. Look, it's a reality show. But that the storage units are fake is funny. Also, if you watch our YouTube channel, and you see some of the finds we make, we have so many better finds on the YouTube channel than there was ever been on Storage Wars. And that's all legit, that's all real, even though some people say I just set up units, which really doesn't make sense. And then people say, don't show your eBay sales, but I show them all the time, including right now. Here's the date. Well, here's our username, Bargain Hunter Thrift Store. Okay, you guys see that again. This is June 30th, so Friday, today was a slow day. We only did $342. Yesterday we did 664, the day before 1,000, the day before 3,900. Sold a big comic book though. So, but our last 7-day average is 8,200. 31 days we're a little bit over 38,000, and last 90 days 108,000. Now, guys, that's including the shipping. That's also including the sales tax collected. So, and then you guys know, but anybody that has a business know, as fast as the money comes in, as fast as it goes out. So we're legit. The stuff that we do is legit. Watch our videos if you want to learn. Okay, so, and then some people said, Renee, you're mad because you got stuck on a unit, or you should pay attention. Or, sometimes you lose. I'm not afraid of losing. Losing happens all the time. It's part of the business. As a matter of fact, if you're good in this business, you don't count your profits and losses on a unit per unit basis if you have halfway sized business. Some of the old timers that I learned the business from, they used to tell me all the time, it's like, look, Renee, our goal is to buy 10 units a week, okay? That's going to be 2 or 3 that we lose on. Part of the business, just won't make any money. That's going to be hopefully 3, 4, 5 units that we make a little bit of money on. That they're profitable, we make money, and hopefully that money will pay the employees to rent and the different things. And then we're hoping that 1 or 2 units a week really does good, where we triple, 4 or 5 times our money, and that's going to be the money that we put in our pockets. And then once or twice a year, you get those units that you spend $2,000-$3,000, but you make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 on. That's if you're running good. So. That's the thinking. We don't count unit by unit, and I have no problem on losing money in units. I do it all the time. So here's a big difference. People don't know that, and a lot of people that leave these comments, they just don't know what they're talking about. And oh my God, this video is going fast again. So I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit, but I really want to educate you guys. So hopefully you guys learn by watching this. There's different types of unit. Okay, so right here, let's go out Instant Diet. Oops. Oh, I was on Instant Diet the whole time. I didn't even realize. Okay, so here we have a unit in Michigan. And it's a regular lean unit. It's advertised as a lean unit. And those, okay, you can see some of these private stuff. This unit's actually at $4,000. I think this is a good unit if you're in Michigan. It's a good unit to take a nice little gamble on. But it's a regular type of unit, okay? Let's see what else did I highlight here. Here's another unit. This is in Kolim on a different website. And again, it's a regular type of unit. And it's also advertised right here, which is really important. It's a lean unit. I want to bid on lean units. So the biggest thing is you cannot say it's a lean unit if it hasn't gone through the lien. That's illegal. The lien process is something when you owe somebody money, then they put a lien on your stuff and then they're going to auction off. So that tells me it went through a legal check, okay? And then some people say, Renee, you make money when people don't pay their bills. I'm like, that's how the whole worldwide works, okay? You don't pay your credit card, they charge you a percentage. You don't pay your car, they take your car. You don't pay your rent, they evict you. You don't pay your grocery bills, they don't give you food. Everything you do, you don't pay your doctor bill, he doesn't come see you. You don't pay your mechanic, he doesn't fix your car. You don't pay your phone service person, he doesn't talk to you. I mean, he doesn't give you the phone. You don't pay a psychologist, he doesn't talk to you. Mine doesn't talk to me anyway, but anyway. So, like, you cannot tell me any job where somehow you take advantage and get paid. That's capitalism, guys. That's how it works. You got to pay your bills. Also, if these auction units don't get auctioned off, then most facilities within 2 or 3 years at 100% capacity of non-paying clients, which means they don't pay the taxes, etc., etc., etc. So that's how the system works. If you're upset about that, I don't know. Maybe you need to move to a communist country or so, because then you don't have to worry about it. But that's how capitalism works. We have to pay our bill. But so here's another lean unit that went through the lean process. I have no way paying this. So I'm going to close this also. Actually, we're going to keep this one open because this is the website I actually bought the unit. We're going to address this website in a little while. Self-storage auction. I'm going to tell you guys what happened with the facility. I'm going to tell you what happened with the website. And then I'm going to tell you what the YouTube channel was. And then I'm going to tell you the story. So here's another unit. So, okay, then I tell you guys all the time, stay away from private sellers. Stay away from this right here, non-lean unit manager special. Now there's an exception. This is a really good unit right here, okay? This unit, basically, they show everything. There's no mystery. They tell you what it is, and you see everything. No mystery. So if you see this stuff, and you can sell this stuff, and the price is right, there's nothing wrong with buying them. You're basically buying a household. You're basically buying like a wholesale lot. I don't know why they sell this on like storage websites, but I guess they make money, so it makes sense for them. So I totally get it. But this is also a good seller. He tells you exactly. You get 20 doormats, 347 pieces of 4-pack LED bulbs. So that stuff is great, but still, I usually stay away from these units, but this is okay. Here's another one I think that I have. This is, again, a non-lean unit manager special. I don't know why they have it as the same. It should be 2 different categories. They got the slash in between, but okay, I mean, they're not even technically the same thing. A manager special is something the facility sells. A non-lean unit would be a private seller. But again, right here, so he shows everything. There's not much mystery, and he actually gives you a breakdown of what you're getting. So these units are legit, okay? So I still don't buy them unless it's something I can really sell in my store, but this is okay. Let me see. This is this. So now I don't see a good example unit. I don't want to call anybody out on that. So, but then you see these units have been coming up a lot lately on storage treasures and different websites, where people put, oh, we got 5,000 comics, and they put like 50 really good comics on top, and then they got all these bunch of boxes. Somebody on one of the websites just bought a unit for like 3,000. Everything in the boxes was trash. Those are other sellers selling you stuff that they can't sell 90% of the time. Stay away from those units. They're not lean units, okay? And that's the case with this video. So this was another storage seller basically selling stuff to me that he couldn't sell. Hold on, I got a checklist right here. Why is it bad to do that? So the business is called setting up units. Now, if I wanted to set up unit and I don't have any moral ethics crime, I didn't care. I probably can make an extra $10,000 to $20,000 a month setting up units. I know all the tricks how to do it properly. I know the tricks how to get away with it. I know the tricks on how to get paid with it, because there's certain things that you have to do. I even could do it where nobody would ever know. I would never do that because it's morally wrong. And also, if you're in a business and you ever get caught doing that by the other buyers, at least here in San Diego and probably in Las Vegas too, and I know definitely Los Angeles and these counties, if you do that, so buyers butt heads all the time anyway. Everybody has strong personalities. Most of them have money that are successful. And, we fight for good units, so there's always, like, sometimes bad feelings. But overall, there's a camaraderie like any other. It's like a boxer, you try to kill each other, but then you respect each other. But if you get caught doing something like this and word gets out, you never buy another unit. Or if you do, you pay top dollar, because whenever you're the high bid on something, people will run you out of principle. So it's a really, really bad business move. Actually, I've seen somebody do it here in San Diego way before the internet days, but he was setting up units, and then word kind of got out, and like 2 or 3 people told him, they said, look, if we buy one of your fake units, you're going to have a major problem on your hands. And, so he quit doing it real fast because word started getting out and people just wouldn't let him buy anymore. And basically, whenever he came to the auctions, it was very hostile. It's just bad business. You just don't cheat people. It's not, we're here to buy lean units, not setup units. And if you don't agree with that, you're not in the business. So, and then the problem is the newbies usually get burned really bad. But wait till you hear that $7,000 story. So there's some really bad stuff that can happen. Okay, but we got this. Why is it bad? Biggest misconception. Okay, so now what I did when I recorded the original video about this, and I'm gonna put the link in the video down below. I sent an email that evening. I sent a huge email to the facility and to the auction website. And I basically said, look, I'm buying this stuff. You guys advertise as a lean unit. I don't know if this is really a lean unit. Here's all the pictures. And let me see. So remember how nice it was set up and stuff like this. And also, let me address this later. Why the setup? Sorry, I got a million thoughts running through my head. And I try to be thorough but fast. So I sent him the email. I said, look, this is the YouTube channel. He's filming all this stuff. This is the way it got set up, which looks totally different, but obviously all the same stuff. And then he's also filming several different videos at that facility. Now, there's ways for me to tell it. I covered a little bit in the first videos, and there's a couple of other ways I don't want to address because I don't want to give it away on that, and I don't want people to take that as the advantage. For the good people, you have really nothing to gain by knowing that knowledge. But for bad people, they have a lot to gain by knowing that knowledge. So I'm not going to say it. So in case anybody gets upset, don't worry, you're not losing anything. It's just I don't want to give some crooked person knowledge. It actually helps all the good people out there. So I sent these guys an email, and I got responses by both companies right away in the morning. Talked to both companies on the phone, and I showed them all the evidence. So here's what happened. First, I talked to the regional manager of that storage facility company, and he said right away, he was like, yeah, look, we looked into it. We agree with you. Something isn't right here. So this company said, even if the auction company, the site, doesn't give you back I had a $481 deposit on there, which I could have lost. I was never going to pay for the rest of the unit after all the information I've. Also, big shout out to the YouTube user. You said you don't want to be mentioned, but yes, guys, I sent her a t-shirt. I sent her a bunch of stuff that send me the links to those videos. Thank you. And then a shout out to some of my friends in San Francisco. A shout out to some of my friends in San Francisco that kind of gave me a heads up about this too. Oh, I got to add something at the end. Hold on a second. Full disclosure. I got to add this at the end. So shout out to all those people, and I appreciate it. I took care of all those people. So thank you very much. All those people are my favor. So they kind of agreed with me, and then they said, even if the auction company doesn't give me my money back, they would give me my $481 back because they didn't feel right about it. So, and then the way the regional manager was, I talked to him a while about it and stuff like this, and he was super nice. He never, a lot of times people will try to accuse you to switch stuff, and he goes like, yeah, we're going to launch an investigation. We looked at some stuff already. We're going to look at all this and figure it out. So I'm not going to call out the facility because it's a big company, and the regional manager, all the attitude, everything they did was right. And they were nice about it. So I'm not going to mention the name of the facility. I did ask him, though. I was like, hey, was this a real lean unit? And he said, I cannot comment on internal stuff like that. Which, I'm not even going to hate on him. But I understand that's a regular corporate answer. Any corporation, you're going to ask any kind of questions, especially if something might not be totally done right by one of the employees. They're not going to comment on it for legal reasons unless they absolutely legally have to. So I'm not going to hate on him that, but the facility's good. I'm good with the manager. They made up for it. Then I got a call. I talked to the so we talked through the internet. I talked to the CEO of let's go over here really quick. Hold on a second. I gotta switch it. I talked to the CEO of selfstorageauctions.com. I also talked to one of his main office managers, and I don't want to put her name out because I didn't ask for permission. And I sent them all the same information, and they emailed me right away back, said, hey, Renee, yeah, we looked at all that. That doesn't look right. If you don't want to pay for the unit, go ahead. Do not pay for the unit. We're not going to hold you to it. And they refunded my credit card before I even woke up because I filmed till like 6 o'clock in the morning that day. So they did everything right. Now, guys, keep in mind, okay? A lot of newbies that was saying units are set up. They're not. A lot of units, you lose money. It's just fact of the business. But because I had all this other video evidence on a different channel, it was obviously the same thing. They agreed. That's only the second time ever in like, I don't know, like in a lifetime doing this business. Actually, I think it's the second or third time that I ever got money back. One time I bought a unit from a small company, and it was all empty boxes, all written DVD, Blu-ray. There was some stuff on top, but it was all fake boxes or empty stuff. And I went in the office and I went to the auctioneer and I'm like, hey, I need the lien notice. I need the names of these people. And they were like all freaking out. And I'm like, well, I'm going to get even. I lost $3,000. Might as well lose a little bit more. And then I said, I need to see the liens. And, and then they said, oh, it's not a lien sale. It's not a lien sale. And I'm like, well, whose is this? It's like, well, we can't tell you that. And I told the auctioneer, I'm like, hey, you selling lien auctions, And he's like, yeah, that's not right. So they gave me my money back. But I caused a lot of trouble there. We buy lien auctions, and like if they sell something that's not a lien auction or manager special, they have to announce it. That's just legal ways you have to do stuff. Okay. So don't expect that you buy a unit and then the auction website or the facility is just going to give you money. That's not the case. The website cannot check every unit, but if they put lien on there and it's not a lien, that's a problem. Then you have a case. If it's not advertised as a lien, but if the facility advertises something as a lien, it's not, then it's between you and the facility. Just like eBay is not responsible if you buy a fake product or a fake card, or if somebody gives you crappy service, they can kick that person off, but they are just an intermediate platform. But with that said, selfstorageauction.com was really cool. I'm cool with these guys. I mean, I'm going to buy more stuff on the site. They actually got a really good plan where for $40 a month, you become a member and you never pay any buyer's premium, if I read all that right. So actually, I made a mistake. I wasn't a member at the time. And I paid like $480 buyer premium. Otherwise, it wouldn't even cost me the buyer's premium, and I would have risked a lot less. But I'm happy with the way they handled it. They were super friendly. They were understanding. And they said, yeah, basically said, when you're right, you're right. So we can't argue with that. And here's your money back. And it's all good. But don't expect it all the time, okay? And I know people are going to say it's because you're famous, Renee. You got a YouTube channel. Trust me, it has nothing to do with that. They just want to do the proper business. Okay, so we talked about the facility. We talked about the site. Go check it out, selfstorageauction.com. It's a really good site. I'm happy with them. Now, I guess it's time for the seller. Let's take a look at the seller channel. The moment you guys been waiting for, 20 minutes into this video. And I'm also going to add a full disclosure, but you guys are going to see it by then before. So before I show you guys the seller, I'm not saying that he personally set it up. Okay, I'm not saying that. I don't know. It could have been. Maybe he gave it to one of his workers and they set it up. I can look up the lien sale if this ever would have went to court. All that data would have came out, who's getting paid. I don't think it was a proper lien unit. I think, I asked the manager if it was a regular tenant. She said, oh, yeah, it's just a regular tenant. How long has he been there and stuff like this? I think they kind of knew, and they're probably going to get in trouble with their regional for that because that's not right to do that. I'm not saying the channel set it up. Maybe he gave it to a friend and just left it there and they set it up. Maybe it's in their name. Maybe they gave it to a worker. I don't even think the channel is a real business, to be honest, because I'll show you something really quick. Every time, I don't even check if he does it in this one. Let me see really quick. Every time he shows a unit, let's see if the receipt comes. Hold on a second. Oh, it doesn't come here. Okay, well, most channels, when he buys, so this one he doesn't have a unit because he's at the facility, but he shows the auction receipt, okay, and it says he paid $500 for the unit. Then he pays like $40 in taxes. Anybody that has a real business doesn't pay sales tax when you buy merchandise to resell because we collect the sales tax when we buy the merchandise. So this guy pays sales tax just like a regular civilian. So I don't even think he has a business license to be doing this, to be honest. Also, most of his channel is like a gold digging channel, like where they go treasure hunting and metal detecting and stuff like this. And it's in Spanish. He has 1.6 million subscribers. The other half is storage units. But if you watch the videos, over half of his videos are the same units, same facilities, same setup, same boxes, same tables. So I think he's just setting units up with stuff from probably buying people's swap meet leftovers and then sprinkle with some good stuff. I don't even think he's totally really buying storage units full time. I had several people that come to my store that actually happened to watch his channel because the metal detecting is actually really big in California. And they said that he actually got accused by some other big metal detecting channels that he was setting up all his metal detecting finds because he would have these incredible finds. And then on one of the videos, he actually went on and said, yeah, we set them up for entertainment purposes, or we show some of our highlights. So questionable. But so the channel name, you guys been dying to wait, 1.6 million subscribers. And like I said, I'm not so saying that he did it directly. It might have been a worker. It might have been something. What I'm saying is that all the stuff that was in my unit, this stuff right here, the Home Depot box is this, the green box is in the back. I was just going to show you guys more pictures in the back, but unfortunately, they removed all the pictures and stuff from the auction website. So, okay, this is his unit array. So I'm just taking some old video footage of mine. But I'm saying that all the stuff that I bought in that unit that would have cost me $4,000 is the stuff that's in this video. The video is called, let me scroll this down, Toto a precio de la vema por colba del bioche-19. So he just released this video March 25th, okay? The channel's name is Tesoros Enterrados. Tesoros Enterrados. Hopefully I say that halfway right. 1.61 million subscribers. If you look at his videos, let's go here really quick. You see storage, 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 storage. And he even knows in the thumbnails a lot of times the same unit. Storage, storage, storage. So half of the channel is storage, other half of the channel is gold detecting. Let's go back here. This is the video right here. Oh, now we get insurance. Well, this advertising is getting twice the advertising. See you guys, and here's all the stuff you see. Here's the green boxes. Here's the taped up Home Depot boxes. But then the big giveaway. I don't have the minute marks anymore. I think. Oh, actually, I do have the minute marks right here. So let's see, 3241. If you guys want to see this a little bit close up, go to my first video. You guys see, we do the comparison there. But so this is the stuff that I would have gotten, and then you saw how nice the pictures were in the original. Here's all these boxes right here that that you see in the unit that I bought. Anyway, if you want to see the comparison with this, you guys seen it before. I don't need to extend this video. The link is below for the original video. But yeah, the channel who did that was Tesoros Enterrados. I was hoping that, you know, somehow, I mean, I knew he knew about it because, like earlier I said in the disclaimer, I'm going to add this disclaimer to the beginning. But I knew he knew about it, and I was hoping he would kind of reach out and be like, hey, you know what, my bad, or this is what happened. We actually didn't put that stuff in there. I gave it to one of my workers. He put it in there. But still, you know, people know about this stuff, and if you're in the San Francisco area or the Morgan Hill area, and if you see stuff that looks really good, I definitely would check that channel, make sure it's not leftovers from that channel. But I'm not saying he put it up, but I'm definitely saying the stuff that I would have bought would have been all this stuff in here, and I would have paid $4,000 basically for stuff like this. And people say, well, Rene, you don't know for sure because you didn't go and buy it. I'm like, what do you think? I'm going to give them $4,000 to verify there's some old broken Barbies and little hats in there, an exact same unit, everything looking the same? I don't need to do that. I'm not stupid. But if you like to risk $4,000, we can do it and buy it. I'm sure it's going to come up to auction again. So yeah, Tesoros Enterrados, that was the channel. So 1.6 million subscribers. I don't think he really does his business for real. It's more like a YouTube channel that's just doing it. So not really happy. Hopefully did I cover everything here? Oh, so yeah. So we got the seller. And now I'm going to tell you a $7,000 story that I heard. And I actually verified this with the auctioneer. So this happened on the online auction website too. This guy bought a unit that just looked really, really good from a Mar and Par storage facility. That's why I like the big corporate facilities online a little bit more, because they have a little bit more checks and balances. But unfortunately, a lot of managers are like, you know, they live in a storage facility. That's a thing. And some of them, unfortunately, are crooked, even though most of them are great people. But some of them are crooked. So this guy bought a storage facility, and he paid $7,000. It just looked so good, so staged, almost too good to be true. By the way, people were saying that my unit looks staged. I bought a lot of good-looking units like this, which we made a lot of money on. I actually have a video coming up this week where I'm going to ask you guys if you think these two units are worth $40,000 or not. So stay tuned for that. But he spent $7,000 for this unit. By the time he got there, it was mostly empty boxes. Boxes were literally filled with garbage. All the stuff that looked good was just fake setup, or was just that single piece. So he was really upset, and he was sure that he bought like a setup unit. The manager said, no, it's a lien sale. Here's the guy's name and stuff like this. They showed the lien notices. So he was so upset, and he said it was so obvious fake that he actually tracked down the person that was mentioned in the lien unit. And I know who this buyer was because it happened in Southern California too, unfortunately, which sucks. It's all in our neighborhoods. So that guy's a little intimidating. So what he did, he went to that guy's, actually he's the nicest guy you ever meet, but if you don't know him, he'd probably be intimidating. So he went to the guy's house, and he was like, dude, I bought all your junk. Why did you set up this unit? And, you know, he got the overage money. It's like, we're going to have a problem here. And the guy was like kind of scared, so he kind of spilled the beans with everything, because I guess he didn't make any money on it. He was like, I never had a unit, I never had nothing. These managers right there, I knew them. They asked me if I would be willing to sign this contract, this paperwork, because they had some stuff to sell it off, but it needed to be in somebody's name to become a proper lien unit, which is what we want to buy, and not a manager special unit. So the guy was scared, so he told everything. The guy goes like, okay, well then we need to go down to the police and you need to say this because I'm out the money and right now you the responsible party and I'm not very happy. So the guy's like, yeah, no problem. We go down to the police station. So they actually went down to the police station, got with detectives. Then the detectives went to the storage facilities, called the owner of the storage facility because ultimately he's liable if there's fraud going on at his facility. The managers fessed up to it. They did it. The managers did it. Sold the unit, kept all the extra money after fees. Um, and so the guy was talking with the owners, and obviously he could have had a lawsuit and stuff like this because the owners are responsible. What they worked out is that he got his money back from the owners because the managers didn't have it anymore, and he got his money back from the owners. The managers were managers there for 9 years. He goes like, well, I don't care. I don't want them to do that to anybody else or steal all the stuff. So they can't. Obviously, they're not trustworthy. And the owner made a thing with them. Was like, look, I'm gonna fire them, and I'm gonna pay you back your money, and I'm gonna give you a little bit extra for your time. And there's no charges also filed against the other person because again he was falsifying documents, basically saying that his stuff then it goes to lien, which why he would do that I bet you the managers never told him that actually goes on your credit if they pursue it. So that's you don't want to have liens on your credit or any type of stuff like that. So anyway, those managers ended up getting fired and the owner lost $7,000. I'm assuming the managers probably kept the money, but yeah, that's really for them. That was probably a good gig. They were making money and they had a place to live for free or cheap. So a lot of managers live on property, and now they got fired. And you kind of if you have 9 years and you don't have any references for 9 years because that's where you worked, unless you fake it somewhere else, I guess. But so yeah, that can happen. So now I share these stories because I want you guys to know, and I also want people to know that like if you cheat people, if you do crooked stuff, there's people watching, and if you're unlucky that somebody like me buys it that has connections, even if I lose, it comes out. Oh, some people also were upset that I said, oh, I can afford to take the hit. Nobody wants to take a $4,000 hit because I don't want to work for free. But I'm much happier that if I would have came, it would have came to me because there's a lot of people out there that take the first big risk, that take the chance or do something, and it would actually ruin them. There's a lot of people that comment in my comments too. They're like, hey, Renee, you're right. If I would have taken that hit, it would have really, really hurt bad. Or some people said it could have ruined them in their business. So I don't think I hate calling somebody out. And like I said, we're not saying you set it up, but all the stuff definitely comes from him, and it's definitely the same unit. And when I ask further questions, like they just said like we'll just leave it at this. We're good. So I hate calling people out, but it was definitely the Soros and Tarados, all the stuff that's in the YouTube video. And people tell me, hey, the guy's really nice. He's traveling to Argentina. But if you fake stuff and other people somehow make money, even if your workers did it, if my workers do something totally crooked through my business, like let's say one of my employees takes all the garbage I throw away and they put in a unit and they sell it to somebody for $7,000 because they put a few good things in there, I would be the first person to say, I'm like, you know what? So that was Cheryl. It was all the trash she put in a unit, and so she's the one who sold it to you. Good luck with that. But none of that reaction came. I didn't get any kind of response except that third party I would talk about in the beginning. I didn't get any kind of response. Nobody said anything. So who knows? You judge. Did they do it? Did somebody else do it? I don't know. But it was definitely their junk. And yeah, check it out. The videos. You guys see it on the page. Luckily, I avoided it. God was looking out for us that day. And plus a good bunch of friends. And that's it. We got a really killer CGC video coming up. I found some more Patrick Mahomes cards. And I also got the video coming with the $40,000 units. You definitely don't want to miss that. That's going to be a fun one. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching.